Hey guys, today I'm filming my Throwback Thursday of my September favorites from 2016. If you guys have never seen one of these videos from me before, I'll have my playlist linked down below. And basically I'm going to be re-reviewing all the products I featured in a favorites video 2 years back to let you know my current thoughts on those products, whether they are still favorites or if I have replaced them with something I prefer. My inspiration for this series is Kristen Game. I will have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original favorites video, and I will list and link all the items that I mentioned. So I mentioned quite a few eyeshadows in this favorites. The first would be the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I do have an entire review on this, which I will have linked up in the cards. This palette was unfortunately discontinued, but you can find this on sale on the Too Faced website, I believe. I have not seen this one pop up at TJ Maxx, which is a bummer. This is a really good palette. I love all the neutral shades in here, but there are a couple shades that are duds. The two purple shades are pretty sheer, especially Jelly. This one has to be layered quite a bit. It works better over a white base. And then this shade Jammin' is like a really deep purple. On the eye, it looks like a browny gray. It doesn't actually look purple. It's a little bit of a muddy shadow. And then this shade Spread the Love is a really nice light peach, but it has glitter particles in it. It's still easy to work with. I don't feel like the glitter shows up on the eye, but it makes it a little bit more powdery because of the glitter in it. So if that could be taken out, that would be amazing. But for the rest of the shadows, I love them. But when you take out the purples and that peachy shade, you just have more of a basic warm tone palette. So it isn't the most unique if you take the purples out. However, I actually really like the quality of this. I don't have a ton of Too Faced shadows, and I wouldn't say that these are like one swipe pigmentation. They require a little bit of building on the lid with the shimmers, but it is a sheer shadow by any means. They perform really well. I created several looks that I really enjoy with this palette. I love Peanut Brittle on the lid, Peanut Butter Cup lid, and Bananas as lid shades, and then Peanut Butter is a great transition color, Nuts About You is a great crease color, and then using Extra Creamy as a brow bone highlight. So even though I don't love every single shade in this palette, it is still a must-have for me because I love the other shades. I can create 3 go-to easy quick fall looks, and it doesn't have to be fall. It's just a nice warm tone look, but you can see here it isn't too orange, too yellow, too red. It can be more of a wearable warm tone look. I absolutely love this palette, totally recommend it. And then I had mentioned some MAC eyeshadows I have been loving, so I have done an entire video of what's in my MAC palettes for my eyeshadow and my blushes. I'll have that video linked up in the cards. Since then I got the shade Fig 1, but everything else is the same. So the shadows that I was talking about would be Woodwinked, which is really pretty golden bronze, and I was using this as a lid shade, Sumptuous Olive that I was wearing as a lid shade, and then we have a soft brown, great transition, brown script, great crease color. I love MAC eyeshadows. I know a lot of people don't, and if you've tried Anastasia and Lorac shadows and then you try to use a MAC shadow, you're going to be like, what the heck is this? And I think because I started using these, I still love them. MAC shadows are much more tightly pressed than a lot of other newer shadows made these days. I do think that they are still very pigmented, but they do require some building, especially the shimmers. I like to put cream bases underneath of them to really intensify the color and the shine. So I don't think that these are maybe the quickest shadows to work with, but I don't think that they're difficult. They don't look patchy. They just require a little bit of building. I still love these shades so much. I am so proud of this MAC palette. It looks so beautiful. I love all of these shades, and I love all of those ones that I mentioned. Would still highly recommend. And then I had mentioned I look using my Makeup Geek shadows. I also have an entire video showing you swatches of every single shade I have in this palette, which I will have linked up in the cards. Since then, only one shadow is changed, and that would be this color right here, Luna, which is sold as an individual, but it was also part of the Manny MUA palette. My friend Jean gifted that to me, and I took out one of the shades that I had mentioned in this favorites, and that was Country Girl. It's a really pretty warm brown, but it had some silver shimmer in it, and it took a little bit of work to really pick that up on a brush and build it up on the eye because of the glitter. The color was beautiful, but the glitter kind of ruined it for me, so I did recently adjust declutter that one. But I love this palette. I think it looks so beautiful. I love all of these shades so much, so check out the video if you're wanting the details of everything else. But the shadows I was specifically loving would be Shimma as a lid shade. It's a really pretty shimmery champagne color. I know a lot of people like to use that as an inner corner highlight. And even though this one is not foiled, it has a really intense sheen. It's really creamy, easy to work with, really pigmented. Definitely recommend that one. And then I was using Country Girl as, I think it was my transition color. And as I said, I wasn't really loving the way that one performed. Then I had Frappe as my crease color. I still love this one. It is a really beautiful warm brown without being too orangey. I should be hitting pan on that one soon. Absolutely love and recommend that shade. You can see I have a lot of other similar colors, but Frappe is a really pretty warm shade that has like a little bit of like a pinky terracotta tone to it, which is really pretty. And then we have Bitten, which I was using in the outer corner. I really love this one. It's really similar to Cherry Cola, except it is a little bit more red. Cherry Cola has a little bit more purple in it, Bitten also has a little bit more brown, and also it is much more pigmented and easier to work with. So except for Country Girl, I do still love those other shades. I haven't created that full look really in a while, but from what I can remember, I do think it was a beautiful look. I love Makeup Geek shadows. I've heard that she's gonna be getting rid of almost all of them. She's gonna be rebranding, only keep 15 eyeshadows, which is sad to me because I really love Makeup Geek shadows. I think they're great quality, very pigmented, very blendable, so I'll be sad to see these go. I'm happy I have these, and I hope she does a big sale or something, and then I might buy more, but then I will have too many to put in my palette. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I definitely recommend Makeup Geek shadows in general. All of them except Country Girl, which I actually think they have discontinued, which makes sense to me. And then I had 4 blush favorites, all from MAC, and I had worn each of these blushes with one of the looks I created using the peanut butter and jelly palette. And 2 of these blushes, the limited edition ones, I tend to wear more in the summertime, but they would be awesome in the fall as well because I like to go with more warm tone makeup looks, and these aren't too bright or too coral, so they could work in both seasons for me. So the first 2 blushes I have are the permanent ones, and I have these in pan form, and this one is Melba and this is Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is a pro color, so you can buy it online or in a pro store, and these are similar, but when you pair them side by side, you can see that Melba is a little lighter, brighter, and more pink, and Cantaloupe is a little dustier and definitely more on the peachy side. These are certainly different enough to have both, in my opinion. These blushes are super pigmented, but they blend out really nicely. I absolutely love the formula of these, and I'm pretty sure that Melba is a matte and Cantaloupe is a satin, but they both look matte on my skin. And then the other 2 blushes I had were both limited edition, as I said. So this first one is Painted Canyon from the Vibe Tribe collection. It's a satin finish, and this is like a burnt pink coral. Then we have Ripe for Love from the Temperature Rising collection, and this is like a burnt deep peach, also a satin finish. Love these. They are so stunning. Highly recommend these blushes. I know they were limited edition, but if you can somehow get your hands on them, I think they're amazing, and they are some of my holy grail staple blushes. Let me know if you guys have had this experience, but for me, I feel like when I buy MAC blushes and MAC eyeshadows in the pan form, they're actually a lot smoother and more pigmented than when I buy them in a compact. I just feel like maybe they're pressed differently or something. I'm not sure. I mean, these are still really pigmented, but I can be a little bit more heavy-handed when I have them in a compact, but for some reason in the pan form, they're just even softer. I don't know, let me know your experience, but in general, if you can buy things in a pan form, I recommend it because it is quite a bit cheaper and you save yourself the hassle of depotting. But yes, I love my MAC blushes. They are all holy grail to me, especially these 4 right here. I would not want to be without them. Then I had one lip color favorite that I had worn with the Makeup Geek shadows. This is the Tarte Matte LipSurgence in the shade Bare. It's a beautiful Marsala color. This line has been discontinued, but they now have the Tarte Lippy Lingeries, which I have not tried yet, but I'm pretty sure it's essentially the same as the matte formula, and they do still have this shade. Thankfully, this is a stunning color. This is an amazing formula. It is a very comfortable creamy matte lipstick. It doesn't feel dry or heavy, but it's super pigmented. It lasts for a good amount of time on the lips. This is definitely still a favorite of mine. Then I had one brush favorite. This is the MAC 286 Duo Fiber Tapered Blending Brush. I bought this because Shades of Cassie had used this in some tutorials. I was very lucky to get this through my sister who works at Belk, and every once in a while they'll have a double discount day, and with a coupon she was able to get this for me for half off, which was $16, which is still expensive for a MAC brush, but compared to $32, much better. This is amazing. I don't really wear dark eyeshadows on my eyes. My eyes are already really small, and dark shades can make my eyes look even smaller, and also I just don't know how to work with them. I don't have the talent to quite blend them out, but that's why I love this brush. It does such a great job of placing dark colors in my outer corner and blending them out. It helps to blend them. They don't look patchy, they don't look too harsh. I love this brush. Then I have 4 different nail polishes. The first is Color Club's New Bohemian, which is a gorgeous dusty minty color. Absolutely love this one. Opaque in 2 coats. I don't have very many Color Club polishes in general because this is not a brand I'm ever able to find in store. I have to order these online. This color isn't necessarily an essential for me because I have so many that are very similar to this. OPI Mermaid Tears, OPI My Dog Sled is a hybrid, Zoya Wednesday. None of them are exactly the same, but they're all in the same color family. But I really like this formula, and it is a beautiful color. So if you're interested, I would recommend it. Then I have this combo that has been a fall favorite for years, and that would be Zoya's Bevin, which is like a dusty, muted, light sagey green. Opaque in 2 coats. I love Zoya polishes so much. And then I have CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant in the shade Always Naked, which is supposed to be a dupe for Essie Sand Tropez. I don't know if CoverGirl makes these polishes anymore. It's the only one I have, but it is such an amazing nude, and it's opaque in 2 coats, which is incredibly hard to find, and it wears really well. So I like wearing these together for just like a dusty, muted polish look. Love these on their own, love these together. These would definitely still be favorites of mine. And then the last polish is Orly's Rage, which is a really beautiful rose gold. So this polish for me has a little bit more silver in it. So I've started wearing this in the winter time because the other rose gold polishes I tend to wear in the fall are a little bit more on the coppery side. So this polish is beautiful. It's insanely metallic, but this chips terribly on me. So I definitely do need to use a good top coat with this. But this is certainly still a favorite, but like I said, more in the winter instead of the fall. But I would highly recommend it if you're looking for more of a, it's like a rose silver to me, not a rose gold, but really, really beautiful polish. So guys, those are my thoughts on all of the items that I mentioned in my September favorites from 2016. I would love to know your thoughts on all of these products in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.